Well, hello, church. It's Pastor Andrew here with today's devotional. And we are in Lent. We're entering into our second week of Lent. And Lent, of course, is a time for us to consider what Jesus has done for us on the cross, to consider the reality of our sin. And I wanted to pull out a passage from Matthew 16, the end of chapter 16. Jesus is with his disciples and he predicts his death and his resurrection. And he tells them about it. Peter sort of rebukes Jesus and says, no, that'll never happen. And Jesus actually refers to Peter as Satan. He says, get behind me, Satan. You're interested in the things of man right now, not in the things of God. And then Jesus says to his disciples in verse 24, if anyone wants to become my follower, that's us, Christians, disciples, people who want to follow Jesus. If anyone wants to become my follower, he must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life because of me will find it. For what does it benefit a person if he gains the whole world but forfeits his life? Or what can a person give in exchange for his life? For the Son of Man will come with his angels in the glory of his Father. And then he will reward each person according to what he has done. So, when we follow Jesus, it's kind of like a sports fan. You've heard the term fair weather fan, right? When the team is doing well, we cheer for them. We're on their side. We support them. But when they have a horrible season, we don't want to claim support for a losing team. And that's kind of how this works with the disciples a little bit. If Jesus is going to be healing people and casting out demons and proclaiming the coming of the kingdom of God, then they're all on board. They want to follow Jesus. They want a part of that. But when it comes to the idea of suffering and death, no one's interested in following Jesus there. But Jesus says, if anyone wants to become my follower, he must deny himself. We deny the things that we prefer, the things that we want, the fame, the money, the easygoing life, and take up our cross. Take up our cross. I found this cross this used to hang in the fellowship hall, and this cross is beautiful, handmade. The wood is nice and finished. It's polished up. It's actually, you can see how the light shines on it. So this cross is something we use to remind ourselves of what Jesus has done. And for some reason, we put gold crosses around our necks, and we hang crosses in our home, and we make them decorative. We make them look nice. But in reality, the cross is an instrument of death. The cross is something that people would had to avoid at all costs. The cross was rugged and ugly, and it meant death. And that is what Jesus is talking about. If we want to follow him, we follow him all the way to the cross, where we put to death our desires. We put our natural selves to death so that we can be alive in Christ, so that the power of sin has no more power over us because we've died to it. So to me, that's what Lent is all about. It's about this. It's just a chance for us to really dig in and find those places in our lives where we're still struggling with sin. And we can take that opportunity that Lent provides to surrender them to Jesus, to take them to the cross, where they are crucified with Jesus and they are removed from our life forevermore. What a wonderful opportunity it is. What a miracle that Jesus Jesus makes happen in our lives. And so I want to ask you to join me in prayer. Father God, we thank you so much for the work that Jesus has done on our behalf. We thank you so much for freedom and forgiveness, and that we can repent and come to know that forgiveness. We thank you for your word, Lord, that it is not just nice stories that are motivating and inspirational, but Lord, there's hard truth. There's hard sayings. There's challenges that we need to accept, that we need to live into. Help us to do that, Lord. Thank you for showering us with your Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.